There's also one stock which has been holding out very well and today also seeing a very smart follow through after its big move on Friday. That's PVR. So let's take it across to Avan and find out what's going on with PVR. Avan, a couple of good releases and I guess that's keeping PVR buoyant.
A number of factors, you know, not just the releases, and it looks like the show has just begun when it comes to PVR. Let's talk about the three big factors. There's been screen expansion. Now, the company very recently, as the news came out on the exchanges, saying that they've launched a 5-screen multiplex in Vellore in Tamil Nadu. This will mean that the company now operates the largest multiplex network with a total of 630 screens across 52 cities, and it's just beginning here. They're going to continually, organically expand their screens, looking to add 90 screens in the current financial year, which means it will be a total capex of around 250 crore rupees for the increasing of their number of screens this fiscal. Their upgradation, this is something that they've been really focusing on full throttle. They're going to upgrade their screens in select metro cities in order to enhance their earnings potential. They recently entered into a partnership with Samsung to introduce the premium Onyx Cinema LED screens as well. They're going to consolidate their presence in tier 2 and 3 markets. That's really going to be a focal point for the company. They're exploring a lot of new revenue streams as well through theatre on-demand services. So clearly looking at technology upgradation as well as focusing on the tier 2 and 3 cities where they see a lot of revenue potential. And then the proof is really in the pudding, if you will. If you're talking about the financials, it's been very steady. Just look at the numbers that they delivered in Q4. They had their profits growing about 16 times. EBITDA was steady this time around, and it was all driven by an increase in advertising income as well as the average ticket prices, which grew. They're a very big beneficiary of the uptick in urban consumption, and this is a theme that's playing out very strongly. They're eyeing stronger numbers into the coming quarters on account of F&B growth as well as price growth. Margins are seen improving on account of management of their operating costs, and in terms of valuations, the stock trades at about 33 times FY19 earnings, and the movie pipeline as well, as you said, very strong. So we're looking at big films in Hollywood and Bollywood. There's Ocean's 8, Sanju, Incredibles 2, Race 3, Loving Pablo as well. So lots of big films that are lined up.
Thanks, Avan. Thanks very much for taking us through the reigning hits that PVR is experiencing. Sanjeev Bijli, who's CMD of PVR, now joins us to talk more about how business is shaping up. Sanjeev, we've been reined in Mumbai all weekend, but it's pouring box office hits for you. You know, whether it's Razi or Kala, you must be very happy heading PVR at this juncture because, you know, it's just such a good time for the movie business.
Yeah, I mean, of course, that's a dream for us. I mean, a dream run at the box office as an exhibitor, as a cinema company. We look forward to good content and content that works at the box office. It resonates with the audiences. Our Q1 is looking extremely strong and good. I mean, May normally is not as good, but with Razi, you know, and with Avengers earlier in May, and June is looking extremely good as well with Race and Sanju and Ocean's 8. It's looking like a strong quarter for us, and of course we did the wedding as well. Yeah.
Right, and in Q4, you know, your EBITDA and PAT was very strong, largely driven by increase in advertising income and ATP. Is this a trend that will strongly support your operating level performance?
Well, let's hope so. I think, you know, as I said earlier, the numbers do depend upon content and do depend upon a revival of cinema going. And we've seen that this revival is here to stay. I mean, people are getting out of homes and they are enjoying new forms of entertainment, new forms of watching cinema. We also increase our bar as far as providing facilities and services and F&B and comfort, you know, sound and technology at the cinemas. And with the right content which is resonating with the audiences, people seem to be getting out of homes to consume more and more films.
Right. Sanjeev, hi, morning. You've managed to clock a 31% year-on-year growth in LTL advertising income, the highest in the last 9 quarters. What's been the reason for this, and will you manage to maintain this kind of run rate?
You know, advertising is also again a function of the good content. I mean, when the good content is coming out, the advertisers also know there'll be more people coming in and there'll be more eyeballs at the cinemas watching and seeing their ads. And there are probably a lot more advertisers who also are acknowledging now that cinema is a good form and a good platform to advertise their products. Both of these factors put together is resulting in a robust advertising income for us, and I do see the trend continuing as well.
Right. So give me a sense of how the overall industry has been growing, Sanjeev. Where is it that you hope to see PVR in, say, the next 5 years?
Well, I think as we all know, India is extremely underscreened still. There are in total about perhaps 3,000 multiplex screens and about 5,000 to 6,000 single screens. And with a large population, there are lots of places within India which are unserviced by good cinema viewing experiences. We're very positive and very enthusiastic about the growth opportunities that we have in the future. We're now at 650 screens, and we've got a rollout of about 100 screens this year, and we hope to continue with the rollout of about 100 screens every year and reach a milestone of 1,000 screens by 2020.
You're planning to consolidate your presence in tier 2 and tier 3 markets, saying multiplex growth in metros is likely to slow down gradually. But doesn't the spending power come from the metros versus small towns? What's the rationale for this move?
Well, first of all, I don't think the multiplexes are slowing down in metros. If that's, I'd like to clarify that there are still a lot of malls and new developments coming up in Bangalore, Hyderabad. We have 2 new complexes coming up in Hyderabad this year. We opened 2 last year. Likewise in Delhi NCR, when you talk about Gurgaon, Noida, there's a lot of growth. There are pockets in Mumbai which are seeing some new developments as well. So metros, of course, have their own pace as well, and there are a few good developments that are coming that gives us an opportunity. But at the same time, India being such a large and diverse country, and movie watching is a phenomena which which is prevalent throughout the country. It's not just limited to metros. We can't ignore the tier 2 and tier 3 cities where supply propels demand. I think once you give them a good product, there is an ability for the consumers to come out and spend and pay a ticket price which is obviously not phenomenal as the metros are, but it's reasonable.
Right, the F&B revenue increased 22% year on year. Will you be eyeing better numbers with the price and F&B growth, and how much growth can we see?
Again, there's a lot of focus here on F&B, not just on pricing, but on variety and quality. Our tie-ups with celebrity chefs like Sarah Todd and Chef Saito in Delhi. I think these are the things which will help us sort of propel our F&B contribution as well. I think people want an overall experience. They are time poor and they are looking at getting a great movie experience and getting a good variety of F&B when they go out as well.
Sanjeev, you've given us the color on June, but for the movie-starved audiences like us, tell us what else is slated next for release. What's the pipeline looking like?
Well, I've mentioned June. I think July probably has a Dharma film, Dharak, which looks very good with 2 new promising actors. We've got Thugs of Hindustan with Amir Khan. There's a Shah Rukh film coming out, Zero. I think there's another Akshay Kumar film coming out later in the year. So the lineup looks extremely promising and strong. And I think it's going to be a big blockbuster year again this year.
We hope so, and congratulations once again. Some solid releases and the pipeline as well looking excellent, Sanjeev. Good chatting with you.